I hear that train a-rolling, it's rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom prison, and time keeps dragging on. When I hear that whistle rolling down the San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns, 'cause I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head. I bet those rich folks eating in a fancy dining car, they're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. I know I had it coming, I know I can't be free, but those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. If they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, you know I'd move it all a little farther down the line, far from Folsom prison. That's where I'd want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Yeah, I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Thank you. So great to be here at Crescendo, my home away from home. That one was by the great Johnny Cash. The rest of these are not. My name is Pete Rafle. I go by prsongsmith on Instagram and elsewhere on social media. And my purpose in life is to write songs that make the world a more connected and just and beautiful place, but occasionally I also write songs about hangovers. I must have had a hell of a night last night to feel so sick today. I must have been higher than a satellite. I must have had a hell of a night last night, and I must have been a beautiful sight last night. I must have been a beautiful sight. I must have been singing every song I know and howling at the moon. Tra-la-la and a hidey-ho. I must have been singing every song I know and laughing like a loon, laughing like a loon. I must have bought around for the house last night. Hard liquor is to blame. Looked into my pockets in the morning light. Not a penny to my name, not a penny to my name, not a penny to my name. I must have been dancing with a beautiful girl, or maybe it was you. I must have been dancing with a beautiful girl, 'cause I can't find my goddamn shoes, my shoes. I can't find my goddamn shoes, my shoes. I can't find my goddamn shoes. Well, moderation is a beautiful thing, as through this world you roll. But nobody wants to hear you play a song about a quiet night at home, at home. A quiet night at home, at home. A quiet night at home. I must have had a hell of a night last night to feel so sick today. I must have been higher than a satellite. I must have been a beautiful sight last night. And I must have had a hell of a night last night. I must have had a hell of a night last night. I must have had a hell of a night. Thank you. I can tell some of you identify with the story in that song. All right, we'll take it down just a notch or two. These are all original songs. My name's Pete Rafle. This one's called Compass and the Chart. In my dreams, I'm stranded on a lonely desert island. Ain't no rescue coming, so it's gonna be a while. Nothing but static on the radio dial. And I can see you're out there on an island of your own, counting down the days and staring at your phone, even though that battery is long since dead and gone. My daddy taught me names for 100 different stars: declination, constellation, the compass and the chart, so I could find my way back home no matter where I start. Lately I've been thinking about cutting down a tree, building up a boat with room for you and me, even though we've never spent a single night at sea. And maybe you've been dreaming about a vessel of your own, every line neatly coiled, the sails already sewn, waiting for a wind that's never ever blown. Horsetails in the morning sky, a ring around the moon. If you can read the signs, the weather's changing soon. The wind is kicking up and shifting to the west. Sailor, take warning and try to get some rest. Tonight's the night I'll set off from this dark and lonely beach, with both hands on the tiller and the sheet between my teeth. And I'll be there by morning if I make it past the reef. And tomorrow night we'll set off from your dark and lonely beach, with both hands on the tiller and the salt wind in our teeth. And we'll be home by morning if we make it past the reef. Thank you. I present to my lovely wife and camera person. Now for something completely different. Let's pretend we're spies, sneaking round and telling lies. Rendezvous on a midnight Moscow train, she said. Let's pretend we'll be secret agents undercover. We'll play the part of red-hot lovers. Check your passport to remind you of your name, she said. Let's pretend we're jerks. Cheat and steal, whatever works. You can call me Muffy, I can call you Skip, she said. Let's pretend we'll be stuck-up snobs in fancy clothes. Have the butler bring around the rolls. We'll have $100 dinner, won't even leave a tip, she said. Let's pretend. Oh, let's pretend we're from out of town. Which way's up? Which way's down? Buying trash at every tourist trap, she said. Let's pretend we'll be total rubes and easy marks. We'll be sitting ducks for rats and sharks, snapping selfies and staring at the map, she said. Let's pretend, or let's pretend we're on planet Mars with orange skies and flying cars. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? What now? We're in a Shakespeare show? Keep it simple, sweetheart, yes. Spell it K-I-double-S, 'cause I prefer this reality where I love you and you love me and the adventures never end, but we never have to play pretend. But maybe if it's what you really want, just this once. Let's pretend we're spies, sneaking round and telling lies. We'll rendezvous on that midnight Moscow train. Let's pretend we'll be secret agents undercover. We'll play that part of red-hot lovers. Check your passport to remind you of your name. Let's pretend, call me by my number, I don't even know your name, she said. Let's pretend, call me by my number, I don't even know your name. Thank you. Great to be here. I count this a success today because I'm outnumbered by the audience. That's... How much time do I have, Bo? Okay. Then I'm gonna take that time. We got nothing but time. Because who knows when it's all gonna end. When I was a kid, my favorite thing was to dream about the end of the world. And watch those old movies about the end of time, when worlds collide and the Martians arrive and the last few people have to try to survive. Oh yeah, I love to dream about the end of the world. I'd lie in my bed and imagine that I was the captain of a spaceship pointed up at the sky as the comet got closer and we had to decide who got to leave and start a new life on a brand new world. But you know I always got the girl at the end of the world. But as I got older, I had to concede that those science fiction stories that I love to read in the dark with a flashlight, they really missed the mark, because the year 2000 has come and gone, and this ordinary life just goes on and on and on. And I'm beginning to think that the end of the world is nothing like we thought it would be. Not a cosmic collision or a nuclear war or destabilization of the planetary core. Not in the flash of a hydrogen bomb, a volcanic eruption or a meteor storm. Not with a panic but irrational calm. Not with explosions or a zombie's bite, just hate and deception deception and ignorance fight, and an ocean that rises a little each night, and a steady erosion of our will to fight for what's right. I guess we go steady into the night at the end of the world. Is it the end of the world? Did I get the girl? I'm beginning to think that the end of the world looks a lot like this. All right, I'm going to squeeze in two more since I don't see anybody trying to hook me off the stage here. This one's an audible. I wasn't going to play it, but recent events in the news have compelled me. I wrote this song before the pandemic started, believe it or not, and I was hoping I wouldn't have to play it anymore, but every day there seems to be some reason to play it. It's called Singing While the World Burns Down. Well, the Lord wasn't willing, the creek's on the rise, the temple walls are tumbling down. The devil got smart, he's had a head start, and he sings while the world burns down. The devil got smart, he's had a head start, and he sings while the world burns down. Well, the monkeys have taken over every zoo, and the circus is run by the clown. The last resort is a kangaroo court. He sings while the world burns down. When the last resort is a kangaroo court, he sings while the world burns down. Well, it's so easy to think as we stand on the brink that we'll always be behind in the score. That's why you gotta do everything that you can, and maybe do a little bit more. Maybe do a little bit more. So ask yourself, will you be the chaos, or will you be the calm? Will you be the brimstone, or will you be the balm? Will you bring some comfort to this world full of struggle and pain? Will you feed the fire, or will you be the rain? Will you bring some comfort to this world full of struggle and pain? Will you feed his fire, or will you bring the rain? So when it all goes to hell and the handbasket's gone and they come to run you out of this town, you'll find us out back by the railroad track. We'll be singing while the rain comes down. Join us out back by the railroad track. We'll be singing while the rain comes down. Singing while the rain comes down. All right, I got one more. I'm sure there's someone waiting. There's some amazing bands on the bill today. My name's Pete Rafle. I go by prsongsmith on Instagram and elsewhere. I've got some songs in the hopper ready for release on all streaming platforms, as the kids say these days. So follow me on Instagram and you'll find out about those in advance. But for now, I think this is going to be my big hit. The focus groups have gone really well. Sing along with it, whether or not you know the words. I put a summertime wading pool in my backyard just to keep it cool. Nobody told me what would happen next. Now I feel like a fool, 'cause I was awakened that very night by the strangest sound, rocking and a squawking in my backyard. They to look around. That's when I caught them in my flashlight beam, amphibian lovers with their eyes agleam. But I didn't call them, they just showed up, looking for a place to spawn. I had a pride sex party in my backyard, they came to get it on. Well, Kermit was a-hanging on the side of the shed, croaking like a junkyard dog. His lady friend was calling from a watery bed, let's make some pollywogs. Well, as tree frogs do, those tree frogs did. Really, it was kind of cool. They made about 100,000 tree frog kids right there in my wading pool. You could see them in the full moon's beam, amphibian lovers with their eyes agleam. But I didn't call them, they just showed up, looking for a place to spawn. I had a pride sex party in my backyard, they came to get it on. Those tadpoles grew, just like tree frogs should. One by one they lost their tails and sprouted legs, and headed for the woods. But it started getting colder, there were few of them left. I knew they wouldn't make it till spring, so I brought them inside. I feed them fresh flies, and every single night we sing. Everybody now, I didn't call them, they just showed up, looking for a place to spawn. I had a pride sex party in my backyard, they came to get it on. You all know the words now. I didn't call them, they just showed up, looking for a place to spawn. I had a pride sex party in my backyard, they came to get it on. Thank you all. My name is Rafle, prsongsmith on Instagram. Thank you to Crescendo Studios for giving me a musical home that I never knew I was missing, especially to Bo.